YouTube, we are back. We've got a live stream for you guys today, and we're going to be going over this absolutely insane Bitcoin price. We're going to be looking at all of the calls that we've been doing in the past couple of days have just been spot on. If you guys remember some of the streams from yesterday, a couple days ago, we were talking about longing here while we were talking about this breakout pattern to long right here. If you guys have been following along with any of the shorts or the long calls that I have been talking about on this channel, you guys should be in massive amounts of profits. Let's just talk about the two right here. So that's 40% in profit if you would have taken that long down here that we were calling for live on the stream. You would have been in 30% profit if you were calling for this. And then also too, in yesterday's live stream, you'd be up 9.25%. As you guys can see here, we are calling for this exact area. We're going to be going over that. Look at this. We still have the little box right here. Boom. To the dollar. And then also too, in yesterday's video, you guys will notice that I was actually showing the position that I was in for that trade. Again, you guys can go and check that out. It's yesterday's stream. Why didn't we break out? As you guys can see, we've got the trade right there. So there's a lot to talk about right now. And then now the question is, what is the potential for Bitcoin? Could we go, what's up, Florida? Jim Green, could we go up to 70K from here? I mean, it is the weekend. Bitcoin broke the all-time high over the weekend. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into all of that right now in the immediate short term. As you guys know, we're going to go ahead and just delete this real quick. So as we can see, let's take a look. Let's start out with looking at what happened yesterday with the price action, and then we'll go into what we're looking for today. So as you guys can see here, Bitcoin had this little triangle pattern that it was forming right here. We had this absolutely fantastically sexy breakout. And again, I am not a breakout trader, but let's go ahead and go over breakout trading ideas, because again, I don't trade breakouts. I trade I trade before the breakout even happens. As you guys saw, we're talking about this. We don't need Bitcoin to form this pattern. We're trading right here, as we showed proof of. But if you are a breakout trader, let's go ahead and talk about that. So we have this resistance, breakthrough, back test. Look at this absolute back test to the madness. This was your go signal right here when you do that, and boom, now you're up 5% on that right there, that trade right there. So what else do we have here? What else could we be looking at as far as price targets to the upside? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that, shall we? So let's go ahead and get rid of this, All right, well, first things first, let's go ahead and pull our Fibonacci extension from low to high to low. And as you guys can see here, we've got the 1.618, which is a very important level at all times, at 62,100. Okay, there was somebody that messaged me saying that I need to start saying the levels. Okay, so there's 62,100 is one level that we could be looking out for. The two extension is coming in at 65, so let's say $66,000. So neither of those are reaching to 70K. So, but let's go ahead and take a look at the bigger time frame. Let's say that this leg, let's see what that is looking like. So we just go here. Oh my God, this is looking absolutely bananas, right? So we want to get the 1-to-1. If we take this to here, where could the 1-to-1? Oh my God, $72,000 is just the 1-to-1. The 1.618 is sitting up at 91,000, and the 2 is sitting at $102,000, guys. So we could literally be headed up to $72,000 if this 1-to-1 extension is going to play itself out. I mean, it's absolutely insane. The levels that we could be getting to, because if we even take the 1-to-1 extension from this low to this high to this low, look at that, we passed the 1-to-1, we hit the 1.236. We have, okay, so this is the actual confluence here, guys. We have the 70,000 and then the 72,000, the 1.618 lining up with the 1-to-1 right here. So that is a very good level to be looking towards if Bitcoin decides to keep blasting off. The volume on this move up to the upside is kind of weak sauce, so you know, it is what it is. But as we can see here, the 1.236 and the 2-to-2 is lining up really sexy. So these are these are some two areas that we need to be aware of. The 80,000, and you have the 80,000 psychological. My God, that is looking very, very sexy. So first area that we'd be looking for, if Bitcoin continues on this trajectory for a possible pullback, I don't know how big the pullback would be $71,000. And then the second area of even more confluence would be the 80,000, and you have the psychological. So, you know, we need to look out for those areas right there. So if you're not in a position, where would you be looking to get into a long is the question, right? So let's go ahead and go over that. But before we do that, let's go ahead and look at the the EMAs. So let's go ahead on the daily and look at this. I mean, look at that. Like I've been saying, this is like a record on repeat. 200, 100, 55, 20. It's bullish central right now. It's bullish central. We haven't even touched the 100 EMA since like October of last year. That's absolutely insane. So we are extremely, extremely bullish. The one thing though is that right now on the daily we are breaking the Bollinger Band right now, which if you haven't noticed, when you break the Bollinger Band, things, unless you have a massive candle like this, things tend to come back if you're breaking the Bollinger Band. So out here we were closing above, but these were some pretty big candles. This one is way outside, so you could probably usually expect a pullback, but regardless, I'd probably say on the weekend we could possibly go sideways for a little bit, and then on Monday when all of the traders come back to start trading, we could possibly see a lot to the upside. But according to the EMAs right now, we are extremely, extremely bullish. Now let's take a look at this little trend line here that we have. Let's go ahead and do this and do this. All right, so if this trend line is going to keep up and act as a resistance on the daily, you know, we could have something like this and then have something like this, right? So we could have it come up and the trend line be hit at our first target of $70,000. So that's another confluence that we have as far as possibilities of hitting that 70,000 mark, probably somewhere towards the end of March, possibly, unless Bitcoin, I mean, the fact that we took this high and then nothing crazy happened after that doesn't seem too bullish to me. And then we also still have like massive amounts of divergences going on here. So let's see. Yeah, we still have so much divergences, but we still have a lot of room to go up on the RSI. My God. Okay. So let's take a look at the 6 hour EMAs. Look at that. Still, everything is hyper bullish. We got supported by this 20 EMA. Let's go over the 2 hour. All right, everything is still hyper bullish, still being held up. Let's go over the 30 minute. Again, everything is still bullish. We still have all of the EMAs are still flared out. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the RSI on most of these. All right, so as you can see here on the 30 minute, we'll just work our way back up. On the 30 minute, we have this absolutely fantastic trend line holding us up, holding us up, holding us up, holding us up, holding us up. Just yesterday, well, the level that I was calling for, we were held up by this trend line. And then now we're blasted through. We took out all of the highs of this trend line. I mean, this trend line could basically be extended like this, right? So it's like we had resistance, 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 blast through. So that's pretty bullish. Now, does that mean that we're going to come back and retest this trend line? I don't know, maybe. But yeah, we don't really have that much more room to go on the 30-minute RSI, so we could possibly expect a little bit of a pullback in order to keep going up. But obviously, we can see the RSI can reach up to 90s and stuff like that. So we could end up just bouncing off this and then coming back up to the 90 area to keep pushing up. All right. On the 1 hour, let's take a look. What we got? What do we got? What do we got? All right, so we have this really, really sexy trend line. We still haven't touched it. Here, this trend line, same thing as a 30-minute. We are held up. Let's go ahead and get rid of this so we can see the price action more clearly. We are held up right here to the dollar. Boom, shot up. We're getting a little bit of a pullback, but nothing has been touched yet, so we still have some more room. And then that means on the 2 hour, we're going to have more room to the upside. I mean, look at the 2 hour can get all the way up to the 83. If we got all the way up to the 83, I mean, that's way up here. So we do have this nice support forming on all of the RSIs as far as that goes. But the only thing is that, again, if you look at the bigger picture, we do have some divergences showing up here. Even right here, we have some divergences showing up. But I would say these divergences don't matter because that was, you see this whole leg right here? This leg right here was this RSI right here, right? So now that we had this pullback all the way down here, we set in our bullish divergences. Now this is its own leg. So you can't really compare the divergences with this and this, because that's when you can get things completely screwed up, right? Absolutely screwed up. And so, yeah, you come down here, do this, boom, set in your divergences, and then you take off. Okay, so yeah, let's see here. Yeah, this trend line right here even lines up with this trend line right here. So anyways, that is going to be the RSI news. 6 hour, 12 hour. Yeah, so on all of these, I mean, even look at the 12 hour, look how much more room we could go up to the 90. We're all the way down here. I mean, that could send us all the way to the moon. So there is a lot, and we've got supported on every single RSI. We've got supported by some type of trend line. So that is looking pretty hyper bullish too. So we've got about 60 people in here. If you guys can, let's see if we can get that likes up to, let's say 40 likes. So if you haven't done so already, hit that like button, turn it blue. How long have I been on this live stream for? 11 minutes. So yeah, so in the immediate short term, let's go down to the levels that I'm kind of looking at here on the immediate short term. So you guys understand, if you guys are just joining us, the levels we'd be looking for a pullback possibly is 71,500, around that area, plus or minus, basically plus or minus $1,000, and then plus or minus $1,000 for the $80,000 region. Okay, so the immediate short term, what happens? Well, let's go ahead and mark off our previous all-time high real quick, so we have that information, and then let's do some shorter term daytime analysis here. So we've got some massive hey Neo, can you say today for the Bitcoin price? Guys, look at this. Something in the chart. You have to understand. I was in the car and I had to bring this to you. Imminent information I have found in the Bitcoin chart, where Bitcoin has not done this for 500 years. If you guys take a look at this breakout pattern right here is where you want to be headed over to Bybit and place your long order, because this is absolutely imminent. Just like, okay, there we go. I just actually got done watching him. I was watching Carl from the Moon too. But yeah, actually, no memes. I do have exactly as predicted. Exactly. I have this $200 free US dollars, right? Free US dollars over on Bybit. The link in the description box below. Go ahead and click that. You have to make sure that you are depositing, though. You have to deposit in order to get that free $200 bonus. So go ahead, if you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button, click that like button, and also head over to Bybit. That's where I'm trading. And then if you're in the US or the UK or any other geo location place where Bybit is, you have some issues logging in with Bybit, you have to use a VPN. So go ahead and do that. Links in the description box for that. None of this is legal or financial advice. Today for the Bitcoin price. You guys want to watch that real quick? Let's watch some today for the Bitcoin price.
For the Bitcoin price, and yes guys, I am in a multi-million US dollar today for the Bitcoin price, and yes guys,
today for the Bitcoin price, and yes, today guys, I have a multi-million billion dollar trade open on Bybit and FMX. Okay, I've got a $700 free bonus in the description box. Go ahead and do the clicking, guys. This is crazy. This is imminent. Honestly, the Ethereum crypto is the best. Okay, anyway, so let's get back to what's going on currently. So we have this area right here. Let's see, get these money lines going. Money line. Let's go ahead and pull this like so. Urgent. Everything is urgent. I mean, this is so arbitrary to pull Fibonacci from here. I'd say let's pull it from here. I'd say this whole little section right here. Wow, this is a thingy here. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, you could possibly be doing this. So I would say if we do get a pullback, let's take a look at the 3 different levels that we could be looking at to place some long orders. So maybe, right, if we do get a pullback, depending upon what happens with the volume, right, because look at the volume right now. People, all of these people right here opened up brand new longs at the exact all-time high. At the exact all-time high, these people opened up longs. These were not shorts closing out. These were brand new longs opening. Absolutely got their ass handed to them right here. Then they tried to open up again. They said, oh shit, I got stopped out of that, but we're going up. Let's do it again. Long, 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 long. Got their ass handed to them right here. Now these people are trying to open up long. Some people are trying to open up shorts, but no shorts are getting closed out, right? So nobody is stupid enough to open up shorts up here and just get absolutely wrecked. I mean, these people opened up shorts at these lows. Price came down. They took profits or got stopped out. And yeah, the cycle continues, right? So, yeah, sorry for making you yawn there. Oh, shit, I gotta go pretty soon. So, in the immediate short term, I would say for a long, this is, I would say right here off the money line. So, 58,850 would be entry number 1. Entry number 2 would be off of the back test of the old all-time high, 58,500, and then support resistance flip area around 58,150. Those could be 3 entries for longs. That would give you an average entry of this. Maybe you'd want to put your stop loss like somewhere around here. Your stop loss is up to you, wherever your invalidation is, because if you think that this should be your invalidation, then that's cool, but because that means you're looking up to like 70, 80, 90,000 or whatever it is. So it really depends on what it is that you're looking for your invalidations. But yeah, for me personally, I would probably put it right here or right here, something like that, just because it's like I would personally, in my opinion, believe that price would do something like this, where you come right? We're having a lot of people getting stopped out of their longs. Look at this. Do you see all this? All of these people getting stopped out of their longs. And the reason why I know it's stopped out of their longs is because of this. Look at this. Absolute insanity. Absolute pure insanity. Oh, wow, we got up to 40 likes. I appreciate it, you guys. So let's go back over to the main screen. I got to end this pretty soon. So that is idea number 1 as far as where you could put in a non-financial advice swing or a long, right? The next area is probably going to be, so you have that. So let's do this. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, okay. That does look pretty sexy. There. So I would say maybe here. Wow, not really there. I don't want to pull it from this middle. I'm going to pull it from maybe here. So maybe you could do it something like this, where it's like a small entry, somewhat of a larger entry, and then your biggest limit order entry right there. Because then that would come up and line up with this weekly money line. It would line up with the overall 618 if this is the top from low to high. And it would come down, you take all these lows. There's a lot of liquidity down here. Stop out all those longs. And then from there, you just shoot up. You could shoot up. So this to me is more like a super sexy area right here that I'd be hyper interested in. And I think you'd probably want to put your stop loss like somewhere down here, because you'd probably be playing it, or maybe down here, depending upon what your thing is. And so you'd have a 5% stop loss. You'd be playing it up to obviously all-time highs. So that'd be an easy 2-to-1 risk to reward. I think your average entry would probably be somewhere around here. So yeah, you'd be 5% to 10%. So those are some swing trade ideas, day trade ideas. I trade at level to level, so I'm going to be looking at this level. I'm going to be looking at this level. I'm going to be looking at this level, looking at the volume on these levels. You do have a lot of bullishness going on right here. So that is something to be aware of. And yeah, on the immediate short term, let's look at this RSI. So as you guys can see here, even on the 5-minute, we came up, divergence. Now we're coming back down. The 5-minute looks like it wants to be supported right here. It's trying its best, but I mean, if we come down, you know, it's gonna probably come down and want to reset on this like around 20 or something like that. So the 20 would probably land you around that green area that I was talking about if we do come all the way down there. And so if the 4-hour prints here, there's zero chance we go that low. What do you mean if the 4-hour prints there? I don't understand what that means. Okay, let's see. I guess we have to go over Ethereum since it's in the title, and then I am done. Let's go ahead and do that. It's just 20 minutes already. Ethereum. Boom. Ethereum is doing the same exact thing as Bitcoin. No, wait a minute. It hasn't even broken its all-time high. Wow. Okay. I would say the levels are kind of the same. The TA is kind of the same. I would say area number 1, just by looking at the price action, would be this area right here for a long, which would be 16,080. So you come down, you take these lows, and somewhere around here, 16,080. That's like plus or minus $100, plus or minus $50, I should say, for an area to get into a possible long on Ethereum. Then you also have this area right here. Let's take a look at this. See what this is looking like. Okay. Yeah. So the area of plus or minus $50 is 1820. Would be another area to possibly get into a long on Ethereum. Other than that, if Ethereum drops more than that, I would say the next area to be looking to get into a long on Ethereum would be around the 1600, again, plus or minus 50 from that area. This looks like it really wants to pull back, at least on the 15-minute. So let's see. Yes. And then the areas for shorts on Ethereum, I would say around 2000, because you could come up, take these highs, and then come back down. Then you have probably around 1950 area possibly for a short, but I would say maybe 2000 is more of an area to be looking for a short on Ethereum. Looking for. Again, you guys have to really make sure that you're paying attention for the levels and what the volume is looking like and what price action is looking like coming into these things, because you don't, I mean, this isn't a massive uptrend, so you can kind of get away more with blindly longing than you can shorting. Over here you could gotten away with blindly shorting, obviously, because we're in local downtrend, but here, as we're in this uptrend, you know, you could probably get away more with blindly longing. And so, yeah, those are my areas on Ethereum. Let's get rid of that. Leave. Get me out of here. Let's go ahead and play this again really quickly.
Today for the Bitcoin price. And yes, guys,
Today for the Bitcoin price. Is your Bybit link good for the US? Yes. So if you guys are in the United States, if you're in the UK, if you're in anywhere that is geo-blocked, all you'd have to do is use a VPN. I've got a VPN link in the description box below. Go ahead and check that out. Again, none of this is legal or financial advice. Do not do anything illegal, but I do have a VPN, and then you could obviously just use that. Have your computer go on a vacation, a geolocation vacation, and you can sign up that way. But again, this is not legal advice. This is not financial advice. Do not do anything illegal, or do not do anything with your finance. But again, you have to make sure you deposit. You have to deposit. I've seen so many people click the link, and I've seen so many people sign up, but then they don't deposit anything. And it's like, you can't trade if you don't deposit, and you can't get the $200 free if you don't deposit either. So, but my bank is in US. Will it still work? I don't understand what you mean. You sign up for Coinbase, right? So this is how you buy. If you're new, this is how you buy Bitcoin. There's a spider, so I have to. I don't like killing spiders, but if you're new and you don't know how to do this, you go to Coinbase, or you go to Gemini, or you go somewhere. You can even go to Bybit and buy. Turn your US dollars into Bitcoin. Then, after you've done that, you take that Bitcoin from Coinbase or Gemini, and you go over to your new Bybit account, and you transfer the money from your Coinbase or Gemini wallet to Bybit, and then that's how you can trade. Okay, so yes, in the US, you can sign up on Coinbase, you can sign up on Binance in the US, you can sign up on Gemini from the US, you can buy Bitcoin in those countries. It's just that the US and the UK don't want people to be trading derivatives. They don't, that's what bybit is. Bybit is derivatives. And so I don't really have time to explain what derivatives are. You can look that up. So yeah, that's how you do it. Buy a Bitcoin on Coinbase or Gemini or somewhere that you trust, even Bybit. Then you can sign up for, you can transfer that Bitcoin over to Bybit after you've done so. Yep, so exactly like Jeff said. Gemini, transfer, and yeah, you buy a Gemini and do all that stuff. Yep, exactly. So just transfer, and that's all you have to do. Transfer over. You can transfer wherever you have Bitcoin, Ledger, anywhere. You just transfer your Bitcoin over from wherever to Bybit, and then you can start trading. And then again, if you sign up with my link, no matter where you transfer from, you get to 200 free US dollars. So, all right, guys, we'll have to go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.